Since Ari had remained heavily guarded under her father's watch her whole life, it was no surprise that she was under attack when she was alone and vulnerable. She slowly approached the ferocious-looking men. It was the man with the large stomach who raised his sword at her, and her eyes fluttered closed. She stood unafraid, awaiting her end, as she muttered her last prayers. That end never came, as she was instead met with the sound of iron striking iron. Her eyes flew open, and she beheld the broad back and long dark hair of the man she had wished to appear since the ferocious men arrived at the orphanage. She inadvertently took a step back to observe that he had deflected the attack of the enemy's sword. Wherever he had come from was a mystery to her, but streams of joy bubbled in her heart at the sight of him. In a brief suspended moment, he turned to her, and his rich forest green eyes locked on hers. In them were unspoken words of unquestionable assurance and fierce protection. Although he was a single man against 5 bloodthirsty men, the princess had never felt as assured of safety as she did in his presence. She was unsure if it was because her father boasted of his physical prowess or the fact that he had appeared out of nowhere, but she was quite certain he would not let harm come to her. In the next second, the sturdy soldier turned from her and skillfully unsheathed a dagger from his opponent's belt, thrusting it into his distended ale-rich stomach. The other men, as stunned as Ari was, stood frozen in bewilderment as their comrade dropped to the ground. The soldier, however, spared no time as he took advantage of their confusion. His sword was swift, and his movements agile. In a single slice motion, another man was taken down. The third bandit was on the ground with the dagger in his chest in another moment, but the fourth seemed more skilled than the rest. It was the man with the eye patch, whom she also assumed was the leader of the gang. He was able to engage her guard in an intense sword fight. The princess